Thank you.
Happy 3-month anniversary today with the,
I know.
daily blueprint. And I'm excited to just have you share your story. And then if you want, I can kind of just briefly share my story as well, just of how I got started with the Legacy Builders program and everything. So for all of you guys, I'm Melissa Mock and this is Jessie, and we're both going to kind of just talk about this amazing business opportunity that kind of just fell into our laps, and it's been amazing. I'm just saying, it's just been super amazing. Life is good. I'm so glad this came into my life. It came in at the right time. So a little bit about me. I am a mom of two teenagers. Well, soon to be, I'll have two teenagers. My one daughter's going to be turning 13 on the 1st, but they keep me busy. And I have also worked in a school district for many years, and it's their school district. And also, on top of it, I have been in the online business world for over 12 years. And what led me into online businesses is that back when, 12 years ago, my 9 to 5 did not pay me enough. So I needed to supplement my income. And then my husband is a construction worker, and his business is, or his job is up and down all the time. And so I had to come in, either get a second job or find some extra income. So I ended up finding what is called an MLM. People probably know what a multi-level marketing company is. I joined a health and wellness company 12 years ago, and I loved it because it was just bringing in some extra income. And so I had done that for 12 years, and it's never got to the point where it would replace my 9 to 5 job. It was just extra income. It was helping, but I was tired of kind of still feeling like I was living paycheck to paycheck, because yeah, it was filling in the gaps, but we still weren't able to travel like we wanted to. I wasn't able to save as much for my kids' college. Now that I'm in my mid 40s here, I'm now starting to think of retirement, and my kids are going to be graduating high school before I know it, and just all those things that are coming ahead. And then my daughter's turning 16 in November, and I'm like, oh my gosh, a car and all those things, all those extra expenses that were running through my mind. And then on top of it, we had some unexpected things that happened in our life. We had bought our dream home over 2 years ago, and our property taxes skyrocketed. Like, literally went from 1,500 to 10,000. I'm just telling you. I'm just calling it out. It was horrible. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? And so we don't want to sell, we don't want to move. This was our dream home. We bought the land, we loved it, but then everybody around us was building, and that's just, our property taxes went up crazy. And so I was panicking, because I'm like, we now our mortgage is going up, all these other things are happening. I know, Susan, the sad face, but it was devastating, to get that bill. And then my husband's job, he's been with the same company for many years, and then they were really slowing down, and so he was our main provider. So it was all these things were happening. And then teenagers are expensive, they're in sports, they have lots going on. And so I was literally contemplating getting a second job, a second 9 to 5, because I was like, we need to figure out how to bring in some extra income. Well, I was literally crying myself to sleep, freaking out about all these things happening. And then all of a sudden, God opens up doors when he, throws things out there. And one of my good friends that I had been with in a previous business had been posting about this 900 daily page, kept talking about it. And I was like, I don't know, sounds too good to be true, kind of thing. And I'm like, and she's talking about digital marketing and all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, well, you know, I'm not really sure about this, because I know the multi-level marketing world, and it just sounds too good to be true. So I kind of watched her. So it was more of just watching and observing, but I trusted her because I knew who she was. And when it was a month and a half in, and she had made over $18,000. And so there I was like, okay, this keeps popping up. I feel like God's trying to tell me something. He's telling me to listen to what she has. And so I finally took a look at everything, and then I was like, you know what? It's worth taking the risk because I'm either going to get a second or third job to pay for the bills that I have, or I need to bring in some extra income. And so I dived in and I have not looked back. I launched my business June 26th. And so now it's like what, 54 days I think I've been with the business, and I've made now officially, because yesterday I made another $1,800. I had an $1,800 day yesterday, which is
Me
crazy,
too.
you guys. $1,800 in one day. That's like more than I would make in 15 days with my 9 to 5 job. You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane to me. But I'm now officially over $26,000 with this 900 daily pay business. Like, it's just insane to me. And so it is completely life changing. Like, it completely is. And so I'm just so excited because with that happening, it was that risk that I took, right? And it's something that I wasn't sure about, but it was like everything was so easy. It was like they had a proven system. You get in there, you start following the system, you do the training step by step, implement it, and here you go. You know what I mean? And so you put in the work, and it's not hard work. Like, literally, I like to say that, you know, I don't like to say a toddler, but sometimes I do. It's like a toddler could follow directions and do it, but more like, an elementary student. If you can follow directions, you can do this. If you can't follow directions, then maybe it's not for you. You know what I mean? So that's it. So that's my story, and this is what led me here. So I'm excited to hear about your journey, Jessie, and that the fact that this is your 3-month anniversary. So that's exciting.
Girl, I am so excited to share all this because my story is a lot like yours. But so I'm going to go back to kind of the beginning. So 5 years ago, I was, my 9 to 5 working at this cubicle desk. I mean, y'all, my health was declining. I was like living in depression and living in denial. It's like something had to change. Well, then that's when I started looking for online ways, ways to make money online. So I found the health and wellness business, network marketing, and I did that for 5 years, y'all. I retired myself from that job with that health and wellness 5 years ago. But y'all, if I don't know if anybody knows anything about the network marketing world, you make a commission. You get paid on, just that what you sell. You team build. You have tons of messaging. And y'all, the more money you want to make, the more work you have to do. And it was never ending. It was like constantly. I'd wake up in the morning, go to bed on my phone all day long. So I was at home, but I wasn't like really at home. I mean, I was here, still had all the time. I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but you're constantly having to worry about what your team is doing and what, if you're making your points and all that. And I was getting burnout, like completely burnout. I was so done with it because I was putting in all the work, but I was still broke. Like it was still never enough. And I, like you, watched my friend because I just sat back for 4 months, y'all. I sat back and watched her make $40,000 in 4 months. Well, my husband has a construction, he's a boilermaker, he's a welder, and he travels a lot. And his job is like yours, up and down, up and down. Well, about the time this came about was one of the times that one of the jobs didn't come through. We were doing unemployment. Well, unemployment ran out. And then I was like, one of it, we got to do something because what I was making wasn't going to be enough. And I didn't want to get into, pulling out of retirement and all that stuff, but, because that's for later. And I was like, so something's got to happen. So God done gave me that door one time and I didn't go through because I watched her, remember, 4 months ago. Well, then when hard times really got tough and I just got tired of living that check to check and worrying, I opened it when he put it in front of me again because my friend on social media, because social media is huge, y'all, but my friend, she was posting about the post that drew me in, I guess to say, was she posted about 2-hour workday, 100% profit, no messaging, no team building, everything I was like so stressed out and like done with. She put it there and it was just like, talk to me. And so I finally asked some questions because all along before I just kind of thought, like you, too good to be true. It's got to be another MLM. I'm so done with that. I don't want to be in another one. And so I finally did ask the questions, y'all. And that's whenever I found that it's not at all what I thought it was. And the word digital really scared me because y'all saw us trying to get on this live. I am not tech savvy. I buy the same phone as my husband so he can learn how to do it and teach me how. So I am totally not tech savvy. But y'all, this right here has completely like I shocked myself with the results that I'm getting, all because I just follow in this blueprint. It's like just step by step, it's just so easy. Hey, Laura. But y'all, this is like so beginner friendly. But that is kind of how I got started in it. And I could just go on and on and on. But that's where I got started. And today is my 3-month anniversary. And yesterday, if y'all saw my post, I was out jogging and I came in to cool off and get something to eat. And I looked at my phone, and while I was out there jogging, I had a $900 customer pay come in. Well, later on to that day, because I get excited every time I share it on social media, and then me and the husband go out to eat because I get to do all those things now. We just went out to eat. We went to an antique store, and while we were browsing that store, I had another $900 come in. It was my first $1,800 day, and y'all, it has been just so freaking exciting. And I popped on social media again and was like, "What are y'all doing? What are y'all sitting? Yeah, why are y'all sleeping on this? It's so easy to do. If you are tired of being broke, do something about it because nothing changes if nothing changes." But anyway, so I won't keep going. I know we got some more things that you want me to talk about and stuff, but that's how I got
I know.
into it.
And that's the thing, like, it's the, we all have those questions, right? And that's like the what ifs. Like, I remember prior to watching my friend, I actually kind of had a little bit of a like weird taste about digital marketing. I'm like, I don't know, and so that's why I was like, right away, I just heard digital. I'm like, not like kind of a turnoff. But it was like when she was, like you said, it was the things that she was saying and talking about. And then I'm sitting here complaining about money. Like, that was the thing. I'm sitting over here complaining about money, crying myself to sleep at night because I can't afford, I'm like worried about how I'm going to pay for my proper taxes, worried about how I'm going to do this, and then thinking about getting a second, third job, all those things. And I'm like, and this right here, she's talking about how she's making 900 daily. And I'm sitting here like, why can't I do that? Like, why am I trying to talk myself out of this? Like, you know what I mean? Do I want to go do another 9 to 5 job and work for somebody else and make pennies? Like, it was just like all those thoughts were racing through my head. And so that's the thing. It's like asking those questions. And then when I was like really diving into it, and she was just like, it's a done for you program, right? It was like, and then you don't really need to do like spend that much time on it. Like, you can literally put it into the pockets of your day. And I was like, that's like you, because MLM, I was with MLM, and I agree with you. It's a lot of time consuming, and people want time freedom, not sitting there and spending all day on a phone. And so, like I said, just like you, it's just asking those questions. Now, the biggest thing I wanted you to kind of just like, share a little bit more about is like, maybe telling everybody a little bit more, like diving in a little bit more on what the program is. Cause that's the thing, like people are like, what is this? Right? Like, what is this program? Like, it, am I just doing a course? Like, or, that is the biggest thing that I get from people. And so I want you to share your perspective of what you, if somebody's asking you what the program is, what would you say to them?
Well, I get that asked a lot. Is this a course that you're just reselling as a course? Y'all, I took a lot of courses over my MLM years, and those are like little videos you pay for. Every time you pay for it, you watch it, you're on your own. Like that's all that you get. That is a course. That is something that expires and stuff because the world is constantly evolving. Social media is constantly evolving. So you have to stay up to date on all the things. And with this, y'all, it is a marketing skill that you are learning to be able to attract customers to you. So you're not messaging people. You're not having to sell anything. You are not following up and team building and all that stuff, y'all. This is actually giving you, I say it kind of like this. You have three or four different customers, three different customers. You have the customer that already has a business, like a boutique owner, a hair salon, maybe they have a lawn care business, whatever their business is. I don't care if it's McDonald's, and they are struggling to get customers because they don't know how to bring them in. They would use this program to learn that skill of how to market themselves, how to bring in those daily paying customers. Well, then you have a customer that's like somebody that wants to have something. Maybe they're a homeschool mom and or dad, and they have this awesome curriculum that they use, and they know that if they could get it out there to other parents and stuff, homeschool teachers, that they could really benefit from it, but they don't even know how to begin to get that out there. They don't know how to even begin to create it. Well, they can use this program to learn how to do that. But then there's the third customer, y'all, like me. I don't want none of that. I don't want to have to stress over employees. I don't want to have to stress over physically going to do work. I want the easy button. And I want that's something that is less time consuming, something that is like already proven, already built, already all the tricks and recipe, all the things is already done for me. Like even the website is already done for me. And that's what I wanted, and I could make 100% profit on reselling it. Because, but those people like customer one and two, they can build their business or create them a business, but they can also use the resale rights in this program to make that $900 a day along with that. So there's choices. There's so many different ways that you can use this program. And one of the things that with my MLM, I didn't know anything about automations, email list, and things like that. And with this program, I get to utilize all that. Like if I would have started here, building my email list, building my brand, building my following, and all that stuff throughout those 5 years, y'all, and then trickled in my network marketing business, I could use that same email list and like leverage it. And it would have just been like if my whole 5 years would just be different now, because that business would be booming more because I would know how to market it, because I was just paying for all these different courses, different trainings, learning it, and then turning around and teaching it to my team. But here, y'all, I only had to do it one time. And I get this constant training and mentorship every single day. And that's what I was missing all along. And the automated business, y'all, because it's so cool. Like when I was out jogging or at the antique store and my business is on autopilot, at any time, just like Amazon, they can come buy from me. And so that is huge to me. And that I know that was a little deep dive on how I explain that to people, and I do try to sum that up because I don't want to explain all that, but
It
it's
is.
hard not to
It's hard
because
not to explain all those things because people do. They have those big questions and they want, it's hard to sometimes explain it too. But like, just like
Mhm.
Susan was just saying too, like it's like the automations, you've never really heard of that. And then you come into this and you realize, like for just like you, if I would have known 5, 12 years ago what automations were, like I said, my MLM businesses would be in a totally like amazing place because the automations is just if that's the mind blowing part. Like, and you don't have to personally follow up with nobody. And that's the one thing that
No,
I love is that you don't have to personally
thank
follow
God.
up. It is done for you. I don't have to pick up my phone. Like that's the thing. Like I don't have to reach out to people. People are reaching out to me. Like it's all the difference of multi-level marketing where multi-level marketing, you had to be on your phone constantly. It was like you always had to be on all the time, where here it's
Hmm.
like, oh, you look at your phone, you're like, oh, somebody has a question, you know what I mean? It's like it's so different. And like you said, you came home and all of a sudden there's $900. Like literally, I took my kids to go, this was a while back though, like probably a couple weeks ago, when I took my kids to go school clothes shopping. And during, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna cost so much money because like everything's so expensive now. And my kids, like, they want, they're teenagers, so they want all the expensive stuff. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much money. And like as we were shopping, I was like, I looked at my phone. I was like, okay, well, I just need $900. This makes me feel a little bit better about the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like before, I'd be panicking, you know what I mean? But it was just like all of a sudden, oh, there's automations. I didn't even know that I was going to get $900 today, and there it was, you know? So it's just that feeling. Like yesterday, too, I was napping, and all of a sudden I had 1,800. I literally took a nap yesterday, and there it was, $1,800. So that's what I love about it, is the automation part. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Another question I was going to think maybe to ask is like, what see, now I'm having a brain fart, you guys. I had a really good question. See, this is my squirrel brain. It just went whoop, whoop. I had a really good question for you, Jessie, and now I just forgot it. But maybe can you tell everybody a little bit more? You know, you kind of told how it led you here. What has this, you know, you talked a little bit about giving you the time frame, but what has the Daily Blueprint, you know, the Legacy Builders program done for you? Just like personally, what has it done for you?
Well, it has actually given me a lot less stress in my life. So I'm not having to worry about all that, hustling and bustling like we were doing before. So I get to kind of relax now and do more things. I'm getting to do so much more with my husband and my kids. We're going to the movies, we're going out to eat, and things that always felt so, um, like tight to do before. It's like you might would go do it, but you just didn't feel it freely to just go do it. And so that is some of the things that we're getting to do. I am actually getting to not have to worry. I'm trying to get things paid off. Like I'm still working on. I know I have made almost 18,000 in 3 months, but y'all, with him not working and just having unemployment, y'all know that because we do have it unemployment back now, but there a period of time we didn't have it. But trying to get things saved up and just being able to live life freely on my own terms, being able to get to do whatever we want. We're trying to plan like a small vacation right now before he goes back to work, and just being able to have that freedom of and stress-free life of not having to be on all the time, like you said, being able to just kind of relax. I mean, it just feels so good to just relax. And just the, I don't know, being able to go take my daughter to go shopping and just, it's all the little things. I mean, it might seem simple to some people to just be able to go run to Seven Brew and run to TJ Maxx and be able to spend that time freedom to do that. I mean, that seems so small, but when you didn't have like the leniency to just be able to do that at any time before, to just pick up and go to antique shopping like me and my husband, like we're doing that now. Mm-hmm. And all the things like that we always wanted to do is what we're getting to do. And whenever I reached 44, I always thought that when we got to this age with grandkids and our kids, my youngest daughter is just started college. But she's still at home. And I thought that when we got to this age that we would be able to take vacations and take the kids, take the grandkids, and just pay for everything. And that is about to happen because the way things are going here and just the I don't even, I'm just like lost for words.
I get
But
it.
y'all just, it's just so exciting and so overwhelming. Like, oh my God. But just to be able to work from wherever I want to, I can do my 2 hours anytime in the day. I try to get it done in the mornings, and then I try to, just check my messages and stuff, but not having to follow up and things like that. And constantly being on my phone really does help with just living a stress-free life, y'all, is just so rewarding. And being able to what you are working like, because whenever I was working my 40 hours a week in my 9 to 5, I made like $500 a week, y'all. Mm-hmm. When I get one customer here, that is like a week and a half's worth of work. In my MLM business, that is without, I know there's different pay things throughout there, but that is like, if you boil it down, 45 customers to $1,900, y'all. It's just, and look, Tiffany says, I'm joining y'all today. So I am waiting on that ding that $900 is coming through, because I just had $1,800 yesterday. But that is what gives this so exciting, is to be able to change other people's lives. It's not just what it's doing for me. Yeah, I'm getting all the things. I'm getting to do more with my family and all that I always wanted to do. But it's being able to help change other people's lives, because they're just like me, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, don't know what to do because they're scared to do anything. They don't know how to do anything else. But y'all, all I can say is, if you always are scared and you never step out of that comfort zone, then that's the way your last 5 years has been, is the exact same way your next 5 years has
It's
been.
gonna stay the
There,
same.
it's
Yeah.
what, 4 years, four months to Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I've gotten $18,000 in 3 months. Imagine what y'all could do learning these skills and just being able to post some content on social media and getting daily paying customers, y'all. It's crazy. And I know a lot of you right there were like, oh my God, I got to post something on social media. Well, y'all, if you want an online business, you want $900 days, you are tired of being broke, you are ready to have vacations. Maybe you got married 10 years ago and never got to go on your honeymoon. Well, guess what? You're going to get to go on your honeymoon. You know, things like that. It's what puts the vision in it to change people's lives and to watch them be able to get all those things. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so rewarding. So that is a lot of what you get. It's not just what you get, it's what you give
I
to
know.
other people.
That's the fun, and that's what I love. That's the fun part, is helping other. When I get a message from one of my customers saying I just got $900, that's like the best. That's the best feeling, because then you see other people's lives changing. And you know, in the community too, we see every day the wins that are happening
Mm-hmm.
every single day, and people's lives are changing. Like that, literally, actually, like I just get goosebumps every time I say that, because I go. That's like my motivation every day, is to go in there and to check out all the wins that our people are having every single day. Like I just love it. It makes my heart so happy. But another thing, like I wanted to touch base, like what you were just saying, is that's the biggest thing that I get from people, is like I have to post on social media, like I have to share this. And like people are so scared to do that. But like you guys are posting on social media anyway, and you're not getting
Mm-hmm.
paid. Like you
Right.
share your Starbucks, you share your cute clothes, you share whatever. And like it just, to me it's like, and when those people say that, like I don't want to share, or I'm worried what people will think. Like, well then if you're going to worry about what people think and you don't want to post, then you're just, like you said, nothing's going to change. You're going to stay in that same spot. And it's just that hopeful wishing. If you're wishing to make more money or wish to make change in your life, then if it's all those fear things that are going to hold you back, and you're worried about what other people think, you know, then you're just going to be in the same spot. But social media, like, it is a billion-dollar industry. I'm sorry, like there are so many millionaires and billionaires because of social media. And the thing about the program, it literally teaches you how to market, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
even have to show your face. You know what
Yep.
I mean? They have like a whole training on faceless marketing, which is really, really cool. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
for those who are introverts and are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to show my face, like you literally have a whole training on to do it, you know, faceless. So, and that's like the new thing. A lot of people are doing faceless marketing now. So there's a lot of cool things with that. But yeah, so I mean, like you, I think this has been fun. And like the other thing I love about is meeting people like you, Jessie. Like I've met so many amazing people within the community, you know, like-minded people and people whose lives are changing. I just love it.
I wanted to say something else though about the what we get out of this is you never, or not what we actually physically get, but with the program, you never, the program does all the selling and telling. Like whenever you have somebody asking questions and stuff, that is your automated system. That is going to do all the selling and telling. So I get that a lot. I'm not a good salesman. I don't like to sell, all that stuff. It does the selling and telling for you. So why don't you make your piece of content that you know exactly what to do, because the daily action steps tell you step by step what to do every day, and you just post it. But when people say, hey, what is it that you got? How are you making that $900 a day? Then all you have to say is, hey, go visit my website, and you put it there, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. So you're not really having to have a conversation with anybody. It does itself. Like they're going to get a thank you video. They're going to get that other, what is it? That other video. And then they're going to get a whole blueprint that breaks it all down, and then there's so much value. And then your email list, they're getting to like and know you and all the things so you never have to have that selling mentality. The only thing you're doing is just sharing, just like we're doing, just having fun, finding, doing something that you enjoy, y'all. You will. Start scared. You will. 5 years ago, I was scared. Never made my first post. I had 200 friends on Facebook. I I was so lack of confidence. I mean, I was like the bottom of the pole whenever it came. I was depressed, but y'all, something had to change. I didn't want to live the rest of my life like that. And then when I got to the point of being burnt out and was kind of getting back to there, being getting, just down, I had to do something again. And that's when you pivot in life and you just have to be willing to learn something. You can teach an old dog new tricks. It doesn't matter how old you are, because 18 and up, y'all, your teenagers can do this. Your grandparents can do this. Because there's so many people that, like, how many people do y'all know that at retirement age get to go live their dream retirement? Or did they have to go get a part-time job to make ends meet? I mean, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. I want different. So
Yeah,
I just had thought.
yeah, our life, like that's the thing, like it's the mentality of working a 9 to 5. That's what we've been taught, right? Like everybody is
Mm-hmm.
so used to going to college, working a 9 to 5, and then we work until basically, until we die. And that's the sad reality. Like just you saying that, like I think about my parents, like my own parents, and I'm like, they've been working their whole entire life. Like it's just, and not being able to travel and do all those kind of things, that just makes me sad, because we weren't put on this earth to just work. Like there's so much to
Right.
life. And that's the thing that really hit me especially this last year. I don't know if it's just because I just turned 44, and
Me too.
yes, I just turned 44. And then my daughter, she is a sophomore. My oldest is a sophomore this year. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's graduating in 3 years. And I'm like, we haven't, like the last like few years, we haven't been able to even take a family vacation because we couldn't afford it. And like, we haven't been able to create some of the memories that we like used to be able to do. And some, things just keep getting expensive. And I mean, even like, yeah, the other day I went to the grocery store and I like almost died when I saw that beef was $9 for 1 pound. Like I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? But it's just like everything is just going up in price. But it's like my daughter's going to be graduating in 3 years, and then she's off on her own, right? She's going to go to college. But I'm like, I want to create a lot more memories before that happens. Like I want to be able to go
Yeah.
on vacation. I want to be able to have her, because she'll be an adult soon. And then I'll never see her. I mean, I'm already starting to not see her now because she's a teenager. But it's just like I said, it's just creating those memories and having that time freedom. And
Mhm.
in reality, we have to have the money to be able to do those things. So
Yeah.
yeah. And
I missed out on all my kids whenever they were young because I had to go to that 9 to 5. But y'all, I have grandkids now, and I am not missing out on that. I'm never going back to 9 to 5. My baby's about to leave the house, and you only get 17 summers with your kids. Make the most of them.
I know.
Because when they get 18, they're trying to get out. I don't know. I wish that this would have been around freaking 20 years ago. But can I ask you guys permission to share your life?
So, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
Lena, you can for sure. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm excited for you, Lena. She was just saying that she's one of those ones that asked me so many questions. She's like, I was bothering Melissa asking all those questions, but she wasn't bothering me. I love helping. I love answering questions. And I'm just so excited because she decided to jump in, and she just launched. So I'm excited for her. So,
Yeah,
yep. So
that's
it's awesome.
awesome.
Well, I don't think I really have any other questions. Do you have anything that you wanted me to share about, or do you think we're good?
Hmm.
I
I
think we're
think we're
good.
good.
I love this. I loved hearing your story.
We've got some people still on here. Does
Yeah.
Does anyone have any
Yeah. Does
questions?
anybody have any questions for us?
I'm not in a hurry.
I'm not seeing there's some comments right there.
You're
Yeah.
welcome, Lena.
Thank you, Lena, for joining us. Even
Yeah,
with our
thank everybody. I'm so glad that y'all popped on.
Yeah, thank you. Even though we had a little technical difficulties, like you said. Oh, what did that
It's
say?
all the time, but scared to make the leap. I know, Laura. I mean, if I would have stayed scared, I would never be doing it. And but sometimes you just have to do it scared, and then work through it. We were all scared. Go look at my very first content from 5 years ago, y'all. It is still scary though. Like right now, it's like, and I've been doing this for 5 years. But
Yeah.
it's just something. If you're ready for change, it's up to you.
Yeah. If you really want to make that shift or pivot in your life.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susan.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I
Anybody
guess
else?
if there's, yeah, I guess if there's no other questions,
Yeah, we'll
we'll.
just hop off. And then if you guys do have questions and you want to just, get those answered, you can message and we can get you those answers. So, yeah,
Mhm.
thanks for doing this, Jessie. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for asking me. It made me so excited. It's like I'm somebody now because I've been asked 3 times now to be interviewed.
Hmm.
It's like, yay. So,
Yeah, and we'll have to do this again too. We'll definitely have to do it again. Yeah, now I'm gonna go because today is actually sunny out here in Minnesota. So I am actually gonna go and sit by the pool with my girls today. They begged me to
oh,
take
that
them to
sounds
the
nice.
pool today, so I was like, yes, I'm ready to go sit out in the sun and enjoy the nice sunshine because it's been super cloudy. So the last couple of days
Yeah.
here, so we actually have sunshine. So
All right, girl.
okay,
Well, thank you again for inviting me on to do this. And sorry for the
no
tech
worries.
issues.
No worries. No worries. We'll just know next time when we go live, you go live first.
I, I think that's just what
Yeah.
it's going to have to be because I don't know if it's a setting or something. I have no idea. But this works. So.
Yes, we'll do a live together for sure. For sure.
All right, girl. I'm going to end it. I
Yep.
will see you later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.